All right, I hope it's good. I will. So I was able to get YouTube up and working using Firefox. I got it working now, so just doing a little test. I don't know if I'll get Chrome working again. They don't know why, but anyway, what alternatives? So I do a little review here since I was unable to do so. I have YouTube open with those that I guess they get the alert. So how you doing, all these out there in YouTube land? Right, markets, this morning as I went through the different markets, my idea was that view was that things weren't going to go really too far, even though Google was down a whole bunch, and well, this is dipped down under the bottoming tail bar. And I thought to the time where going to get below the bottoming tail bar, does it recover from the gap down and get below here, get above here? So we basically got a little trading range going on there, which we can see on the hourly. And is bouncing between the two reference points. So possibly a little breakdown failure, but see the 5 minute in the downtrend. So we've got a couple of hours here. I see if prices can recover to get back above the opening price. If they can't, that's going to be supportive of some lower prices coming. The stock W, Tim? So those of you in the green room, I'm talking to those in YouTube. So we got a 1, 2, 3 continuation here with the prior high nearby. How far is this going to get? Well, spiders are recovering here. Well, I am of a bias that I like to be trading in the direction of the market, especially intraday. So this is a daily pattern. Intraday, it's nothingness. It's recovering from the gap, right? So this is the wide range bar, right? The momentum moved, the wide range bar here, and so far today is a consolidation. So this could be a great setup for tomorrow. Yeah, this could be a great setup for tomorrow, assuming it closes like this, of course. And then if it takes out the high, it opens up the door to moving up. And this high obviously is a concern because it's there, but this looks like it's all-time highs. Yes, it is. So that suggests that while it might stall there, it should get through it because you got this gap up, which creates the void. This builds up support, and that's a nice pattern. Very nice. So we'll put that on the list for tomorrow. So I can just do that by clicking the flag, and it puts it into a minder for me. And VIPS. Bottoming pattern. So kind of a grinder. I'm not really liking this one that much. This used to be a high flyer, as you can see. And I guess it came to earth. Specialty retailer. I don't know exactly what they sell. And but a grinder up, coming up into that minor resistance area, and more so directly to the left there, the unfilled gap, which it did back away from once. So this kind of a pattern, I only like it down where buyers should show up. So it's too late for me at this point for a swing anyway. So I'm not liking this one so much, Tim. I mean, it is improving, but So, I mean, it could be something that definitely surprises. It seems, you know, you can see the buyers on the dips, but they sell the rally. So I look at this and I question, as I always do, might that become an M top? Even it is bottoming. It's above the 200. Look, the 200 is still declining. So when you bring up a chart like this, even though you can't see what's to the left, you just know that it's coming out of a downtrend and bottom because that 200 is still pointed down. Well, it's not a good weekly buy setup. It's a buy setup in a, okay, this is part is making higher highs and higher lows. I noticed, you know, this is just, this did a peekaboo above this high after the 180 reversal and immediately pulled back. And so I get you with the buy setup type of pattern right there, but it's not the same as something that's got some momentum behind it. It could work, but it's not what I would call a, you know, a tier one kind of a setup. It's not in an uptrend. And as I explained, IWM, you know, that's supposed to be going up. So, you know, I just, you know, look, there's the apprehension that was created by Google gapping down significantly. Amazon came in a bit, doesn't look so bad. And now Apple's reporting tonight. So I think there's, you know, a wait and see. What is Apple going to do? You know, as far as other earnings coming out, well, not so much in the Russell that I'm interested. But, you know, I don't know, really care much about these little stocks, but you can see a whole bunch of stuff going to be reporting, or probably already has reported. You know how much of them could possibly report after the close, but well, this was up earlier in the day and looking like it was going to turn around. I don't know if that's reporting after the close or not, but there's a semiconductor. It kind of led the way down before the turn. But in the Qs, Manzella, I don't know if this is after the close. I know Apple's after the close. Amgen. So all these are reporting, either did report today or are reporting after the close. Bitcoin ETF. It's a mess. You know, it had that blast off. You know, the futures were up huge, and right now I think it's consolidating right here. Well, I know it is. So after that move, it's just chopping around here, and it's a wait and see as to whether it's building up a base to move higher or whether it'll break down here. So clearly we've got some lines in the sand. And I'm going to set several alerts. Well, I think if the one here for just above $7 should go off, it'll be on its way to the top. And if it comes down here just above $6, well, just the opposite. I don't like bottoming patterns, Tim. Yeah, they have the most potential, of course, but it usually takes, just generally with bottoming patterns, it usually takes at least, well, definitely one, but usually two failed attempts to try and move higher and build a larger base after a long decline like this. these already came out. Oh, AMD. And then did AMD already report, or is that after the close? This was a disappointment. This little rounding bottom failing. It's after the close. We got Apple and AMD. Under Armour. Got trading range. So I don't really have much interest in it. I mean, it's going up in quite a controlled way. I like the red bar ignored and the bottoming tail bar, but it's got limited upside before it hits these highs, which is pretty significant resistance. Let's switch to see what is moving. Wow. Quite a blast off. Wow, 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 wow. This one's tomorrow. I like this pattern. Maybe it makes a retest, but it's going to report day after tomorrow. If this fails here on the earnings, likely it comes down to here. I set alerts on both sides. Bison. That looks good. Reports, I guess, next week. Week after next. What happened? You know, these energy stocks, which look like they were heading higher. And this is what I mean about bottoming patterns failing. We'll see if this begins to recover. But I don't know if this reported. Maybe it did, since it's out July now. I don't know. But it's quite a negative reaction. Hey, look at that kind of, you know, this said it was supposed to go up and it didn't. So long's just bailing on it. And setting this alert above this red bar on Nike, because it had this strong move, took out this high, and it's consolidating here. So if it clears this high, it should keep going up. Wow, wow, wow. These kind of moves just communicate, you know, institutional money, assuming that this was going to move up, bottoming out. Oil prices were going up, and they're just cutting and running. Another oil. Yeah, I like that. Might take a little while. It's going to report the end of the week, or the end of next week, I guess. Yeah, next Wednesday. Got to check those earnings. Get blindsided this time of year. Another one. And another. There you go. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off here. Take a little break here. Now I got this YouTube thing working. I'll see if I can get Chrome to work. And I dropped a link in there in the chat for MT Live tomorrow. We'll be doing that. Other than that, we'll talk in the morning. Angie. It's a turnaround, another bottoming mess. Too messy for me. Probably okay for maybe continues up toward that 200 for day trades. A little too extended here now. So, all right, signing off. We'll talk in the morning. We'll be back.